I've bought a drill press, but not just any drill press, a slightly broken drill press. It was cheap, it was only £40 and it does run, but just not very well. It's got a lot of run out, it makes a lot of noise. This thing's a bit and doesn't return. The return spring is broken. The adjustable bed thing doesn't work. And it's got some random other cracking and just all around terrible condition. So I'm going to see if I can fix it and see if it was a good price and a bargain. We shall see. So looking around in more detail, someone's actually tried to repair some problems before. As you can see with this plate, the casting up here is cracked and they've obviously just screwed and bolted a bit of a metal plate to stop it breaking anymore. They've also done something with this ratcheting kind of mechanism for lifting the bed up. They've also just drilled some random holes and plated that up. So I'm not sure what they've done there, but it's not working. Around here, this thing, I'm not sure why it's so stiff. We'll try and figure that out. Other than that, I don't think it's too bad. I got it plugged in. It does work, but I don't know if you can see. It's probably but not easy to see without a drill bit in, but there's quite a lot of run out. So the bearings are probably all knackered in there. So I'm going to start disassembling it and see if I can make it better. Okay, so I've got the belts off. A problem that I knew I'd have come into this is I don't think I have a bearing puller to get this pulley off. Another thing that I don't have is the key to knock out the chuck. So I'm going to have to make one of them, and then I'm going to have to kind of come up with a solution to getting that off there. Okay, so a little bit of rummaging later, I've managed to find this, which should hopefully get that pulley pulled off. I've also got a bit of scrap metal that I'm going to make a little chuck key kind of thing. I was thinking about making it out of wood, but I feel like if I just make a proper one, then I've got it for life. So first off, we'll see if we can get this pulley off. A little bit of seat foam underneath, just to make sure it doesn't fall. Right. It's got an open top, so this is all that I can find. Do that. Okay, what lip do I want to grab? Oh, that's rather seized in there. This is seized, so get the impact driver on it. Okay, well, we'll see if this works. Off to a great start. Right, let's see if with one we can get under. We can. Right. I'll try and do this gently as possible. This is going to be a pain. Right. Is there a plan B? No. So keep persisting. Back to square one. We'll try that again. Alright, that is not working. That is too annoying. We'll try and find something else. Alright, hopefully that is less annoying. We shall see. Oh! Well, that was probably so unnecessary to get that bearing puller thing. I feel like I could have just tapped that off. Anyway, it's off. Lesson learned. I think we just tap that out. It looks like there's a circlip though. Alright, let's get rid of this anyway. We can stick with that. Okay, I got a little circlip that was just in there, but I'm not sure how I remove this shaft. Whether I knock it down or knock it up. I might try and get this out the way first. So make my little tool to knock it out of there. Then come back and try and attempt this. I might have to do a little bit of research. Okay, I've made a brief tool. I didn't use that other bit I got because I saw this was already kind of triangular. So we shall see if it works. I wonder if we try a shallower angle on here maybe. I think that's what we'll do. Bit of a shallower angle. I'll be back once I've trimmed this down. Okay, I've chopped this down so it's like a less of a severe angle. We'll see if this works. Hopefully it does. Aha! That's better. There we go. One chuck. Ooh, that needs a bit of oiling. Okay. Ooh, that's going to come out. How do I get this out? I think if I remove this, does that come out? No. How do you come out then? There's this here, which I'm not sure what it does, but I'm going to try taking that out and see if then I can get this lower bit out down here. Okay, I've had a quick YouTube and it seems like there is no reason why that doesn't come out, so I'm going to tap it with my hammer on this. There we go. Oh, all that for that. Right, now I just got to figure out how to disassemble this bit. And that bit. Right, can we get rid of that screw now? Yes, we can. Okay, next I might try and get this ridiculously heavy electric motor off. I got the electric motor off. I decided not to disconnect it because there's nothing wrong with the motor. I can't really be bothered to undo all these wires to get it all out. I'm not going to paint it or anything like that. I just want to get it more functional. Now there's some bearings in here on this top shaft, and they seem in good condition. I can't feel any issues there, so I don't have to bother with that. Those bearings are fine, but these bearings here on this shaft, you can feel there's quite a bit of grindiness, and I think this is what's causing our run out. Okay, next we're going to start the disassembly of this base bit, see if we can figure out why this isn't working and what kind of damage hides into these dodgy repairs. So first thing first, get this grub screw out, lift this out, and then this rack should lift off. This, how this kind of works, there's a screw gear in there. This sits in here and obviously turns and lifts it on the rack. There's a locator pin that keeps it in, and that's missing. I'm not sure if that's the reason why it doesn't work. Not sure why this is all struck around this part. This is cracked on the inside for probably about a good chunk round, so it is holding it together. It's not a great fix, but other than probably taking it so someone could go weld it, probably beyond my means to weld cast metal. Continuing the disassembly because I'm still not sure. I mean, if it's just the pin that's missing, we can get the rack working, and that would be good. Not sure. I'll start disassembling and investigating further. I've finally got that handle off the end of there. My God, that took, honestly, probably like half an hour. Now I've got to try and push that back through there. What's stopping it? There we go. So that looks alright. The other gear seems like it works alright, so we should be able to get this working again. It just has that missing pin, which is unusual. Trying to find a new pin, and that could solve the issue. Well, this is about as disassembled as I'm going to take it, I think. Now to kind of assess what's damaged, clean it up and rebuild it. Need a new spring, need new bearings in there. Hopefully you can come up with some fix if it was just the pin missing for the lifting bed thing. And it was just really stiff, this coming up and down, so I can see like it's gunked up, so hopefully that's it. Once I get all cleaned off, hopefully it's free moving. I think I'm going to start disassembling this part. I'm going to take it over to the vise and just going to knock that out of here. Then I can hopefully knock these bearings off that are a bit knackered. Got both the bearings out. They're not terribly warm, but They're definitely the two culprits, I think, so we'll go get some new ones and get them put back. Okay, I just wanted to test that if I put a pin through here with the gears in place, that it would actually, the gears would engage and actually drive. So I put just a bolt through, line these up, and hopefully you can see if I twist, the gear starts rotating, which is how it's supposed to work. So that's all I think that's all it was missing. So I drilled a hole in this guy's temporary fix here, and I'll just bolt that through. I'm going to clean up all the gears and stuff first, but hopefully that's that part fixed. Right, I've cleaned up most of the parts now. Did notice a little bit of damage on some of the teeth on this gear, but it should be fine. They're all cleaned off now, so I'm going to grease them up and assemble them back into this part here. Okay, so picking up where I left off yesterday, went and got some new bearings. I'm going to get this fit back onto the shaft now we've repaired this gear. Get back onto there, get those bearings fit, and then hopefully you should have a better working drill press. Right, well that's on. That was a bit of a pain. I couldn't get the teeth and the rack kind of thing to line up, but now it's working, which is good. That's that fixed. Now we can move on to probably pressing these bearings in. Okay, this part was quite tight going in, so I've just given it a quick sand up. I'm just going to put a touch of oil on it, probably some grease in these threads, and then we'll see if it's a smoother fit. I'm having some issues with this going back into the main body. It's supposed to be quite free moving, but it's tight, I think, around this area, but I think where these slightly damaged on the end. It's stopping it going in, so I'm just going to file these down and see if that helps it, and then try and work on this part wherever that's rubbing, create a bit of space. I'm still having the same issue if there's like a tight spot when turning this. Once I get past that spot, it's free. God, but it's such a pain to work on the desk. I'm going to put this back on top of there and work from it from there. Okay, so now I've got this more back together. My plan is put the belts back on, adjust the motor because I think it was a touch low or high, can't remember which way it was, and then use the drill power to spin this round, and I'll get a bit of sanding paper and it can do the hard work for me, and I'll keep sanding that until it stops being stiff there. I've come across a problem. So if you look at this compared to this gear here, it's a chunk higher. So, and if you, this obviously can't be lowered, it is what it is. I was also having trouble with two screws that sat under here rubbing on this pulley. So to me it's telling me that the thing that the pulley sits on is too low. So I'm going to try and pull that up if I can to match the height of this. Thankfully, that was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. It was just these bearings that this shaft sits on were knocked down slightly, so I hit them back up to a circlip. So this should be bang on now. Right, get the belts on, adjust this, and hopefully we can get it running and get that shaft properly sanded back so it can run smoothly. Well, I'm a complete idiot. I didn't realise that this outer part of the shaft doesn't spin when it's on. So my grand idea of it sanding itself is not the case. So looks like I'm going to have to hand sand this. A bit of sanding later, and it's now, other than this last maybe centimetre, it's free moving, but I'll see if that last centimetre makes a difference or not, but if so I'll sand it a bit more, but I think that's good, much better. I think all that's left to do is put the chuck in, test to see what the run out's like, and then basically just waiting on a new spring, and then that's pretty much it. drill press kind of made more functional. Unfortunately, we're still getting tons of run out. I'm not sure what that could be. Maybe the bearings up here, maybe the chuck, who knows, but we'll see how much it bothers me and how much further I want to go to try and fix it. Other than replacing the bearings, not really sure what to do. Anyway, let's drill something on it. I'm yet to do that, so I've made sure my bottom plate thing lines up. I'm not sure why this is doing this either. Oh well, ignore me. It's not doing it. Okay, let's have a go. Not a good start. Right, let's tighten that up a bit more. How about that? Right, I just want to have a look. Yeah, I want to have a look. I'm going to grab a bit of metal. I'm going to put a center punch. I want to see if it wanders off the center punch or not, and then that'll kind of tell us how bad this this wandering is. But I'm just going to swap the drill bit because this is like an old knackered one, so I'll make sure I've got a straight one, and we'll go for a bit of metal. Okay, we've got our center punch bit of metal. Let's just see how much it wanders by, or if we can keep in there. Awesome. I seem to keep that absolutely fine. That's good then. It just maybe looks worse than it is. Awesome. Right. Probably the next part on this will be when I get the spring for the self-return, and then that's pretty much it. Well, this will be the final resting place for the drill press. It's a little bit wobbly, so I'm going to work on that. Yeah, like I said before, the only thing missing is the spring, but I'll wait for that to get here and I'll just fix it. I probably won't put it in the video. So for £40, I think it was worth it. It's going to do the job. Cost me £40 for the drill press, £10 for the spring, and £16 for the bearings. So all in all, I don't think that's bad at all.